Thank you for tuning into my channel. Today I want to talk to you about filing a claim with Airbnb. You might have seen videos mentioning Airbnb does not recover destroyed items. Just to let you know, I have been with Airbnb hosting for 2 years now, and I did have to file a few claims. Airbnb will request the proof of purchase of the items that were destroyed. If you're not able to provide a receipt and the guest does not agree to pay the charges, most likely Airbnb will not pay the requested fees. Most of the time, I have experience where the tenant denied destroying my property. Of course, they're not going to admit to it. Well, mostly. I don't think nobody admit to destroying my property. However, if you do have the receipts, Airbnb will go ahead and review your request and will consider refunding the charges back to the host. One of the things that I would recommend is to ensure that your property has exterior cameras. You would not believe some of the things that you can capture on the camera to help support your claim. For example, before the exterior cameras were installed at one of the houses that I was hosting, one of the tenants decided to have a party. How do I know they decided to have a party? Well, some family and friends drove past the house and thought we were having a party. That was not the case. The driveway to the house would comfortably allow 6 to 7 cars to park on the driveway. However, not only were there cars on the driveway, there were cars on the grass, and there was actually somebody in the middle of the yard spinning and doing donuts. Yes, I said it. We did not have cameras on the outside of the house to catch any of this. They also broke one of our chairs, like one of our kitchen table chairs. Because we didn't have a receipt for the chair or the table set, and we didn't have the security cameras to show what was being done, unfortunately, the tenant did not want to reimburse us with the money that we were requesting, and Airbnb did not give us anything for that as well because we had no proof. However, when we had the exterior cameras installed, and say about 8 months later, another tenant decided to have a gathering. They decided to have a gathering at the house. I was able to use screenshots from the camera to show that there were a total of 20 people who were at the house when she reserved for 3 people. The good thing about that was I had inside my listing to charge an additional fee after 3 people. So that means that I charge for an additional 17 people. And I charged $10 per day. They stayed there for 4 days. Maybe they didn't spend a night, but they were there every single day. I saw them on the camera and I took pictures and I showed how the cars were going in and out throughout the day and throughout the night. So I was able to go ahead, upload that information under that reservation and file for a claim and request the money from the tenant. Most of the time, the tenant does not want to agree to the charges, like I mentioned before. However, they have 72 hours to say something, to respond. If they don't respond, then Airbnb will go ahead and take in consideration of whether they'll reimburse you with the funds. Now, if you do have receipts and you have appropriate documentation to support your claim, then Airbnb, like I said, will consider reimbursing you the money that you're requesting. In another video, I will talk to you more about some tips on some things to include in your listing. This can help you even more if someone decides to throw a party at your home. In a nutshell, I would highly recommend that you keep all of your receipts for everything you decide to purchase for the house or your property. It may be a good idea to take a picture of your receipts. You know how sometimes the receipts will actually fade after a while. Okay? It's also recommended that maybe, if you have that option to have the receipt emailed to you. That's another option as well, to have the receipt emailed to you. So that concludes this video. Please stay tuned for more videos about Airbnb side hustles. And remember, always remember, your potential is endless. Have a good day.